Hello, good morning. Today on the griddle we will be making a Western omelet with some seasoned sliced potatoes and onions. Let's do it. All right, we're going live again. So I already got my potatoes and onions down just to get them started a little bit. So I don't want to have too much time just watching that. They're just canned potatoes, nothing fancy. I actually really like using them occasionally. It's super easy. You bring them out of the can. They're already par cooked a little bit. And then get them on the griddle and get a nice color on them. Let's see. Nope, they're not quite getting brown yet. So we will have to wait on those. But we got time. Then we're going to use our omelet ring here for the omelet. First thing I'm going to do, spray down the ring with my spray. So hopefully it doesn't stick. Throw in a little bit of oil here. Whoa, throw the oil down in the griddle, then we'll throw the oil in there. Oil bottle got a little slippery there. And I got peppers, onions, and ham going in there for your classic Western. We'll put the cheese on at the end. That's really it. Also known as a Denver omelet, tomato. So I'll put those all in there. Chop them up a little bit. Get them to start sauteing the veggies. You don't want crunchy veggies. We want to cook them a little bit. And then you also want that ham to get a little bit of a crust on it. And might release a little bit of its salt. So I'll cook it for like 3-4 minutes is what I'm going to end up doing. Move these potatoes out of the way. Oh, these onions are coming along well. We are in good shape here. Good shape. It's a wonderful 30 degrees here in Ohio. That's okay. Never too cold to griddle. Rather have the mess outside. All right, so my wife and I are just gonna split this one today. I'm not gonna make two of them because this should be a pretty big, it's gonna be a 3-egg omelet with cheese and potatoes. This is New Year, this is our diet. We're splitting omelets instead of having one each. That's how I've convinced myself. She doesn't need to lose weight, she looks perfect, just me. Just in case she watches these videos. So, all right, we got those peppers, onions, ham in there. Got our potatoes down. They're still coming right along. Not quite as brown as I want to flip. I got them all spread out because I want them each to try to get a nice little brown color on it. So, I don't want them stacked up. I want them to each get their own little brown on them. Let's see where we're at here. This one's only at 275, so I like to keep it right around 325. We're up around 325 up here. It dropped down once the potatoes and all the peppers and stuff went on, so we'll turn it up. I'm on medium low to low. When I'm doing eggs, I like to just really start low and go from there, because once you burn them, you can't go backwards, you know, you're done. See how it goes. I got 3 eggs. I'm gonna put a little bit of baking powder in my eggs. I do that if you've seen that, and then just a tad bit of water. I don't really use milk. I read somewhere that milk makes them runnier. Even it's an old wives' tale that it makes them creamier. I can't confirm that for sure, but now it's in my mind, so I just don't use it. We use baking powder at Bob Evans all the time, and that was supposed to make them fluffier, is what they said. So that's kind of what I do. I'm stuck in my ways now with the baking powder. Just a really small pinch of it. I mean, like a 1/4 of a teaspoon tops is what I'm using. Oh man, you know what I forgot? Get my music going. All right, hopefully you all can hear that now. Got the omelet going, so. And then I got some Colby Jack cheese to go in it. You could use pepper jack, you could use cheddar, you could use whatever kind of cheese you want. It's all up to you. My wife just likes Colby Jack, so that is what we are using today. Sprayed that omelet ring down. It still might give you trouble when you flip it and stuff. We'll just have to wait and see how it goes. Yep, these onions are starting to saute down real nice, cooking down. Getting a little bit of color on the potatoes, not as much as I would like. We'll turn that up a tad bit. Let's see what our griddle's at back here. We're back above the omelet there. We're still only floating around 300, which is fine though. I don't know. I might cook things lower than other people, but I've never been a big proponent of fire that thing up as hot as you can. I just like to start low and go from there. But I am going to turn up the burner a little bit right here by the potatoes, because I'm just not going to get that brown color if I don't turn it up a little bit. Maybe a little more oil on the taters. Oh, we are gonna have a good breakfast today. Well, it is cold, but it's not snowing, so you gotta look at the bright side, right? Could be a lot worse. So, you got oil in here. I'm gonna put a little bit of butter in there as well, and I'm gonna put a little bit of butter in the potatoes as well once I get those down. And then I might use a lid to cover the omelet to try to help steam it down on the top, just so that way it doesn't burn on the bottom before I'm ready to flip it. You don't have to use a lid. That's just something I do sometimes. You can wait and just kind of let it do its own thing. All right, we are starting to look real good here on these peppers and onions and ham. Let me get you all a little closer look. Tell it's cold, the steam's coming off. Sliced potatoes in the back from a can, and then we got our onions right there. All right. Move the onions over. Yeah, these potatoes haven't been down long enough. They are not getting brown yet. The ones in the back look a little better. That one looks real good. And then since the potatoes are a little behind, and I started the video probably earlier than I should, I'm gonna put a weight on them just so that they catch up, because once this omelet goes down, it's not gonna take that long. And I'll put my seasoning on the potatoes last, is what we'll do. Okay. Got my weight here. It's just a bacon panini press weight. Put a little bit of oil on there. That can go on the potatoes. Got my eggs. A pinch of baking powder in there. Mix them up. I've been trying to scramble my eggs at the last minute, because I also read somewhere that makes them fluffier rather than scrambling them earlier. Okay, looks good. Put my butter down in the omelet there. Move that around. So I'm doing the omelet to where I'm getting the eggs with all the peppers and onions inside it. You can do it, as you've probably seen numerous times in diners or on other videos. People will just put the eggs down, cook the peppers and onions and stuff on the side, and then they will just kind of fold it in there like an egg burrito. And that's totally fine too. However you want to do it's fine. This is just my way. My way of doing it. This is how I used to do it in the restaurants. So this is how I do it at home now. All right, I'll show you a little bit here. It's all in there. I like to mix it around just a little bit once I first get it in there, just to let the eggs and stuff settle in. And then you can see some of these on the side here. I'll just let them cook a little bit. Oh, I didn't let it go long enough. It always squirts out the one side, it's not even. I'll let it cook and then I'll take them like that and throw them in the top. You'll see that in a second here. Also, I just like this little red spatula. You can use your big spatula. That little guy is just my favorite. So here in the front, some of it came out. But you only want to mix it like once. After that, you're gonna be messing with it too much and you won't be able to flip it. Okay, put a little bit of water down here. I'm just trying to get it to cook on top a little bit before I flip it. Set up a little bit. Oh, we got it to set. I probably could have used 4 eggs instead of 3. Still not quite there. Just gonna go around the edges. Have you look at this. So go around the edges here with my little rubber spatula. Oop, the eggs didn't quite float over in there. We'll be all right. We're gonna cover up any mistakes with cheese. That's why the cheese is there. Still didn't quite get it. There we go. Omelet's looking good. Now I'm gonna throw a little bit of butter in my seasonings on the potatoes here. This is salt, pepper, garlic powder, seasoned salt, pepper, garlic powder, and cayenne and paprika. So just a little bit. I wanna give it some color, give it some flavor, and a little bit of heat with that cayenne. All right. See how the omelet's looking. I like to slide. Uh-oh, we already lost it. Well, it's gonna come in pieces, folks. Let me get these potatoes mixed back here, make some room. Let's see if I can make room. Slide the whole thing over. There we go. This side, oh, and I lost it a little bit. Got a little brown on the bottom there, darker than I wanted. Ah, Sorrel, hello. Thank you for watching live. I appreciate it. Then I'm going to put the cheese down. Once you flip it, it doesn't take much longer. There we go. Put all my toppings on there. Well, it's not the prettiest one I've ever made, but we are going to top it with some cheese. And that is how we are gonna make it so it looks a little bit nicer. cheese makes everything better. Covers up all of my mistakes. I think I turned it up a little too high once I had those potatoes in there. Finish up these potatoes here, see how they're looking. Mix in the seasonings there. Yeah, they look good. They got a nice little brown on them. I could have done them a little longer. I'm not gonna keep the video going live for too much longer, but I'd say longer. So overall, I'd say you want to only do like, really only takes like 3-4 minutes each side on the omelet. The potatoes, they can probably cook for 15 or 20. You can put them on right away, and you can get them as crispy as you want. These ones are definitely good, but if I wasn't trying to shorten the video, I would probably do them even longer. Get some nice crisp on them. Bring them over. Yeah. Taters and onions. This is real diner style now. Canned potatoes. That is where it's at. Okay. Let's get you a little look-see here at all that. And get you a final shot here. Doesn't always have to be pretty, but it always needs to taste good. I completely agree. Thank you so much. So there it is. So we got some sliced potatoes with onions, a little salt, pepper, cayenne, paprika, garlic salt, Western omelet right there. A little bit of parsley to make me look fancy. I think it'll look nice for my wife. And that's it, folks. That's basically your entire little Western omelet. Took me about 15 minutes on here. After I had the potatoes down, you can put the potatoes down earlier. Let me know what you think. If you watched, I really appreciate everybody that watched. Shout out to Sorrel. Thank you so much. You can't see from that side. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day and keep on griddling.